That's 1/2 pint for man, 1 gallon jug for mankind.
December 7th, 1941, a cream that will churn in infamy.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a cow. Well, I am not a cow.
Ask not what your dairy can do for you. Ask what you can do for your dairy.
You've done enough. Have you no sense of fat content, sir? At long last, have you left no sense of creamery?
This is Milks of the World.
Hello and welcome. You are listening to Milks of the World with Tim and Alex, and today it is only Tim. Once again, this is our first ever back-to-back Tim 10-minute, and that's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. I hate using overused idioms, but I'm gonna do it in this case because that's just the way that things panned out. Alex is in quite the depressive state, and I went up there on Sunday, and we were going to record, but it just didn't work out that way. Alex was very, very sleepy. I assume in large part because of the depression, and he doesn't have his ADHD stimulants at the moment. That might be a bit of a self-inflicted wound there, but I digress. I definitely want to make this one a little lengthier than the last one. The last one was only like 3 minutes or so, maybe 4 minutes, and I don't want to make it that short. The last one, I kind of forgot that I was going to record solo, and then right before, as I was going to bed, I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta record something. And so I did. But this one is probably going to be a bit more freewheeling, a bit more relaxed, because that's what you get when you listen to Milks of the World with your host, Tim, the Milkman Ross, and Kareemi Tom, which is Alex. That's the intro that I do. I don't have much to say. I am reading There Are Rivers in the Sky right now. I am not certain of how to pronounce the author's name. I will look that up, obviously, before I finish the book. Elif is her first name. But it has been really engaging so far. I don't even think like a third of the way into it. I'm like 100-some pages in, and it's 400+ pages, but it is quite engaging. There are 3 separate stories going on in the book, 2 from like the modern era, and 1 in London in the 1850s, but it all centers around Nineveh and religion, and I don't know. It was on Barack Obama's summer reading list last year. I think that's how I discovered it. Every now and then I will, every year I suppose, I'll take a look at his list that he puts out, because he's got decent taste, and I will give it a quick browse, and that one caught my attention, and so I threw it on my Libby, and now I have 4 days to finish it, so I'm going to have to read pretty quickly. But yeah, that actually got me thinking about the reading list that he does, and I made a post on social media today. If you follow me on there, you've already seen it, so I apologize if you were hearing this. But I did a parody of what I imagined Donald Trump's summer reading list would look like, because he's in like some sort of imagined competition with Barack Obama every day of his life. And so it's honestly surprising he hasn't had someone write him up a summer reading list just to compete with Obama on that front. But here's Donald Trump's summer reading list. The Art of the Deal by me. That's Donald Trump speaking. Books are easy. You just talk to a guy for a while, and boom, you've written a book. It's very good, I hear. The second one is Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. Classic. It's an absolute classic. Every year for her birthday, I gift a copy of this to Ivanka. Now, see, I feel like some people are just reading that flatly as like a Trump reads Dr. Seuss joke, but specifically Hop on Pop, giving it a gift to his daughter because he wants to have sex with his daughter. We've brought that up in the podcast, how he's, the president of the United States is sometimes back in the day would be like, I want to fuck my daughter. Not in those exact words, but you know what I'm saying. All right, we continue on with the reading list. The Fountain Guy by Ayn Rand. Intentionally misspelled. Steven says this one is good. And finally, Lolita. A good friend of mine who has sadly passed away loved this book. You'll love it. It's another wonderful secret. Sure that you are immediately aware that that is a reference to Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if Jeffrey Epstein actually liked that book. I thought I saw something that in the files or whatever, somebody had mentioned him in that book. That might be inaccurate. Somebody might have made that up, and it just stuck in my head. But I thought it was pretty funny to include that because they were best friends. They were BFFs until Jeff stole one of Donald's massage girls. At any rate, let's look at my Facebook memories because I liked this one 3 years ago. I said, why did we even invent chainsaws if we're just gonna let there still be trees that smell like cum? Have you experienced these trees? Cum trees. We used to call them back in the neighborhood. They smell like ejaculate. Like they smell like semen. They're gross. They're gross trees. I don't even care. Like, maybe they look nice or whatever. I forget exactly what tree they are. But I don't think a tree can look, nice enough to justify it smelling like cum. There's lots of trees. Most trees look nice. You can just get rid of the ones that smell like jizz. Let's see what else. Oh, here's a post from 6 years ago when I had just finished reading the entire first volume of Amazing Spider-Man. That ends with Amazing Spider-Man 441. I sure do point at Spider-Man a lot. I went to Kennywood 7 years ago. That is a local amusement park. And I got vertigo on a lot of the rides because I am old. This is a not very good joke that I posted 7 years ago. That Katy Perry song where she is like, 'cause baby you're a firework, is pretty cute until you realize it's probably a red flag that her partner terrifies her dog. Not too bad. Dogs are scared of fireworks. I'm not being too overly critical of my own 7-year-old joke. 8 years ago, Alex posted on my wall on June 30th, 2018, and he said, hey, we're driving to Michigan today. Please answer your phone. And then he commented, I fucking hate you so much. And I replied, sup? And then he said, I'm going to make this car ride so uncomfortable for you. Then there's some other things. I said, I'm here, Alex, later in the thread. Oh man, that this always makes me sad. I know we've talked about it on the podcast before, but Jeff Holt, who was the owner and proprietor of Ham Bones, that was the basically the central hub for Pittsburgh comedy. The Thursday night open mic was the open mic in the city. There's tons of them, but that was the one that, everything just kind of focused around that place. And if you had a show in the city, you would go there afterwards because there was a shows running on the weekends. And then Just like it was the most popular mic. It was a great mic. Anyways, in my Facebook memories, pretty frequently will be, Jeff posting on my wall. He posted on tons of comics walls, advertising the open mic every week. He passed away, and it's very sad. R.I.P. Jeff. That was kind of a downer. It's like, now I'm just looking at other stupid shit in my Facebook memories. Oh, this day has been pretty significant for me in the past. I used to work at the Pittsburgh airport on the ramp, like loading cargo. And not loading cargo, loading like fucking baggage. I don't know. I can't talk. This has been over 10 minutes though. I apologize. I'm going to finish with this little story. So there was a lot of downtime at this job because, we'd be waiting for the last plane of the day and it would get delayed. And so we would just be in the break room waiting. And someone brought in a Nintendo Switch. So we would play Mario Kart, like, to the point where we would just, like, set it up to play every track in the game. And 4 of us would just, play a huge cup. And we were doing that one night. And we hear a giant bang. And, like, the cargo bay door in the break room is caved in because somebody was driving one of the tugs that, goes around like a little golf cart looking thing that pulls carts, just veered into the fucking cargo door and wrecked the tug. The windshield was, I got a bunch of pictures. I can, like, post them on the Reddit or something. But yeah, it was insane. It was very scary to hear, like, because we were right inside the room when it hit the door. It was a huge bang and a scary thing to hear at an airport. But yeah, that was quite alarming. Anyways, I do apologize that you're not getting a full episode. I do apologize that you had to endure over 11 minutes of my ramblings. I hope there was at least something you found funny in that. We will be back to form soon, or taking a brief hiatus. I'm not sure which way this is going to go, but we will keep you posted. In the event of a hiatus, which I doubt we will do, we will post about it on social media, and I will post something on the feed. Shout out Budweiser. Shout out Mama Cass. As always, this is a Milk Review podcast, and a Milk Review podcast only. I love you. Good night.
Good luck and good milk.